from 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1. Follow my example as I follow the example of Christ. What a wonderful, glorious verse given to us by Paul as he spoke to the Corinthians. Follow my example as I follow the example of Christ. Or another way of saying that, imitate me as I imitate Christ. That is, if you don't see me imitating Christ, if I'm acting in such a way that it is not of Christ, it does not follow his way, don't follow that. Don't follow me. But if you see me following the example of Christ, in every instance you can follow me. So Paul does not make himself the standard. If he said, just follow me, follow my example in whatever I do, he'd have made himself the standard, but he does not. He makes Christ the standard. Such is the case for all of those who follow Jesus. It is not about a title. It's not about who you think you are. It's about who you are in Christ. In every instance and in every way, trying to follow the example of Christ. Because when you do that, you lay a foundation that anybody can follow. Because it is again pointing them to the right source, to the perfect example, Jesus the Christ. So be an example for any and for everyone. And check yourself. Check yourself against the standard of which you are leading others to follow. That is the example of Christ. All of us are responsible for doing that. And if we do that, we'll make everything and everyone around us better. Go be an example today. There's some little boy, some little girl, there's some wayward man or woman trying to find their way in this difficult, dark, evil world, because there are examples of evil all around. There are examples of people doing wrong and bad things all around, all on television, all on social media. Everywhere you turn, there is evil. Putin is evil. And many other leaders. Netanyahu right now is evil. But they are not our leaders. They may be leaders in this world. Whatever that they are doing that is not an example of Christ, don't follow it. Imitate those who do. Martin was an example. I don't care how many people don't like him and try to make digs at him. Martin was an example of Jesus the Christ. And anything about him or anybody else that you want to point to that's bad, don't follow it then. But that of which someone is an example of Christ and following Christ, then I think that's worthy of imitating. How about you?